Welcome back, everyone, to the self-care series. I am so excited today to have DeAnna Hardiman. DeAnna works with me at Chenal Family Therapy in the North Little Rock office, and I was so excited to bring her aboard a few months ago, back in the fall, actually, early summer, or early fall, end of summer. I
Like
can't.
August,
Yeah,
August.
quarantine brain, whatever. I've been so excited. Initially, when DeAnna came on, her passion was women. And now she is loving kids, which I love because I need all the people to refer all the kids to. And so all of you out there who are watching this, I've probably sent a ton of you DeAnna's way. So this is DeAnna, if I've sent you her way. I know a lot of you tuning in who have sent me private messages asking, this is DeAnna. And I am so excited, DeAnna. Tell us a little bit about you and kind of what you're going to teach us today. And I can't wait to hear it.
Well, like Katie said, I'm DeAnna Hardiman. I work at the North Little Rock and the Cabot office. I was kind of liking women with anxiety and depression, which I still do enjoy that. But I'm finding that I really enjoy working with kids and a lot of attachment and looking into trauma work as well. I am currently taking classes to get my specialty license so I can become a registered play therapist. So I'm excited to do that. And so today we're going to talk about self-care with kids. So I know a lot of people have talked about self-care with adults, and we haven't really heard very much about with kids. So I think one of the things that's really important is to check in with kids because they're invalidating their feelings during this time, because I know a lot are really struggling with not being able to see their friends or their teachers and missing out on school activities, especially seniors that are graduating and missing all those end of school experiences, and even the kids that are transitioning from fifth grade to middle school. So that's a huge deal. And kids have a hard time expressing their emotions sometimes, so the way adults can. So I think check-ins are really important. Sitting down and reading books together can be a really good way of validating feelings. I found a book, it's an online PDF, a Schubert and Sophie Stay at Home. And it's a really good resource about talking about why we have to stay at home right now and how to handle our frustrations from staying at home. So if Katie wants to, I can send her the PDF and we can add that to this. And so I know, like we said, we talked about routine. But I think it's really important to have a routine for kids too, as they strive for routine and structure. So the first thing is teaching kids to take care of their bodies. So it's an important part of self-care and our physical health. This is good for kids and adults too. So there are several ways to encourage healthy habits, like exercising in fun ways, like playing in the park or playing catch in the yard, riding bikes together. We can teach deep breathing and also doing some good stretching like yoga and things like that. So there are several smaller daily things we can teach our kids to empower them about their bodies, for the little ones, like blowing your own nose and washing your hands and dressing and undressing. Picking out their clothes can be very rewarding and validating for them because they get proud, I got to choose this, so I get to wear it all day long. And then brushing their own hair, brushing their teeth, getting their drinks by themselves, and then helping with food and snack preparation. So the next thing is having fun that's not on the screen. So we all love and are addicted to our devices, which I love all of mine, but it's important to take time away, especially for kids. And so I have a few activities that we can teach our kids about, self-care away from the screen. So having a dance party in the living room. My sister and her kids do this all the time, living room dance parties, and they get to choose the songs and just show us their cool dance moves. And then having a pillow fight, playing a game that your kids make up the rules for and they can teach you how to play. Go on a family bike ride, like we said earlier, go for a walk or a hike if you like going to Pinnacle Mountain and outdoors, things like that. Playing in the park, baking cookies, or just baking in general. I did some of that today. I made some banana bread, so I'm really excited to have some of that. Tell jokes to each other. my nephew's really good about telling jokes. Like, he makes up the funniest jokes and he just cracks us up with all of his. Blowing bubbles, playing make believe, building a fort, or even having a water fight, which is something that we used to do when we were kids, just like filling up buckets and cups of water and just chasing each other around the yard and just, just splashing and having a good time. So those are some good ways to have fun that's not on screen. And then the next thing is developing a healthy family routine. So routine is incredibly important for developing kids. It gives them a sense of security, so they know what tasks or events and they can predict throughout the day, and it'll limit anxiety. And it makes like day-to-day transition easier, which is why they know the routine in school, because they know what to expect, they know where to go, and it just helps them to have a good routine. So building a family routine, you can build in slow down time each day, which could be like device free, reading a book together, playing a quiet game. And then creating structure around meal times is really good to help understand making time for those essentials. And I know I struggle with having set dinner times myself. So we can set up each meal and keep those distractions free, which is also a good time to catch up on the day and just like what everybody did. Focusing on sleep, 7 to 8 good hours of sleep has been shown to improve higher levels of concentration during the day. So lack of sleep can contribute to mental health issues in children and teens, but I would also say adults too. I'm kind of grumpy when I don't get enough sleep and can't focus very well. And then there's no set formula for this. It's just being consistent and setting an early bedtime, just whatever works for your family. But kids are more likely to stick to this habit if as adults, if that we start forming them now. And then the last thing is expressing ourselves creatively. One of the things that would be really good is journaling. Sometimes verbalizing, and just finding the words for our emotions can be difficult. So writing feelings down and working through them would be really good. And I would recommend that for kids 6 and up, the ones that are just starting to learn learning to write and spelling words and things like that. Another thing is art. So drawing, coloring, even sidewalk chalk. I've seen some really cool sidewalk chalk art during this quarantine. Bringing music into the mix, encouraging your child to practice creating music, whether it be through songwriting or playing an instrument. Dancing can be a good outlet to express emotions and exercise. And then playing to promote mental health. So I feel this is one of the most important ingredients in a healthy child and adult development is to play. And it provides opportunities to think creatively, engage with others, and it can regulate impulses. It also helps to release stress. I know I love when I get to play with my niece and nephews. It really helps me to de-stress. And then that's really how kids communicate, is through play. And you can honestly learn a lot from your kids if you just watch them play. So those are just a few things that I feel like would be good in teaching kids about self-care.
I love those. The thing that keeps resonating with me is I love how you called it slow down time. I love that phrasing because I've never had a good thing. We do this a lot, and somehow along the years it's become room time. That's the name for it. Even if I don't even mean for them it started originally, it was calm down time. We all need to separate, have our own room. And so now it's become room time is just, I know. So I love slow down time. I'm going to start calling it that. I love just all the different ways of expression. I actually have a whole video coming soon of putting away screen time and how we can use that, but also step away from it. So I loved all the ideas. I love just the act of it, right? And those weren't even, it's not, hey, go out, spend a bunch of money. It's
no,
literally throw some music on and dance.
Yeah.
Bang on pots and pans.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun.
Yeah, none of those were really you have to buy anything. I mean, You could bake stuff just from things that you have in your house. I'm pretty sure most people have flour and sugar and eggs, so you can come up with a lot of good stuff just from that.
Yes, and then the yoga, my kids, and I think we talked about this with clients, but my kids, we do conscious, and not, I was about to talk about conscious discipline, which I also love, but we do cosmic kids yoga, and they do the yoga with her, and they also have a Zen den that teaches them mindfulness skills, so we do those throughout the week, but ooh, I love all that. I was thinking of scheduling too. I will also say something that I have stuck to. A lot of people have not, but for my sanity, I've stuck to my kids' bedtime routine. Like, I need them to sleep, DeAnna, so I am
Yeah.
sane. So parents, I don't know how you do it. I don't know, but my kids 7:30 on the dot, out.
I've been encouraging a lot of my parents to make sure that their kids are going to bed on time. And even when I'm not working with their kids, I'm working with the adult. I'm like, you need to put your kid to bed earlier so you and your husband can have time together or just have time for yourself.
Yes, and I was actually, so someone commented on my Instagram post yesterday or the other day when I posted something funny about, kids going to sleep. And they said, when the kids are young, I thought about this, you'll treasure the night times. And then when they get old, you'll treasure your mornings, like how teenagers sleep in. And I thought, find those times and like cling to them. I mean, I really don't know how people put their kids to bed late, to be honest, because it is my saving grace. Like, I need to do all the things that I need to do. I need to unwind, and they need to sleep anyway for mental health. And so I am a full support believer in bedtime routines.
Yes.
Well, DeAnna, I cannot say thank you enough. Is there anything, once again, guys, DeAnna works with me, so I will put her work number and all that. She also works in the Cabot location. She accepts almost every insurance. She is telehealth right now and accepting very minimal in the office. So I don't know if you can get a slot on that list. That's up to you if you want to say anything about that.
I'm in the office only on Tuesdays, but my Tuesdays fill up pretty fast. So, but yeah, I'm pretty available through telehealth, and I am doing sessions with kids via telehealth and working with them. So,
yeah, DeAnna is amazing. I can't recommend her enough. She's absolutely phenomenal. So if you guys are anywhere in the North Little Rock or Cabot area, or actually telehealth, you can be anywhere in Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. I keep forgetting that. I say it all the time, but then keep forgetting it. So reach out. If anything, I always have people call me just to brainstorm and do a first session just to see if it's needed. Those are some of my favorite sessions, just to talk to parents about what's happening in their life, brainstorm and all that. And that could be it, or we could do more. So I love intakes like that. But DeAnna, thank you again. Thank everyone for tuning in. I have enjoyed today so much. There's so much even more in my toolbox now that I know I can add to my kids. And I love just the ability to express themselves with dance and music and singing and just fun things. And at the end of the day, I think it can all be accumulated to like quality time and laughter and just expression. And we can't express ourselves through screen.
Right.
So I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back here on Thursday. Thanks again, DeAnna.
Thanks.